Hello, everybody. It's Anna Smith coming at you. I'm just waiting for everybody to drop in, as in instead of having nobody watching at the moment. I know that this live call is what you call spontaneous, but the reason why I do them like this as in spontaneous is because I would rather do them when I'm on top form, and also I do them spontaneous because I don't tell everybody I'm going live. I am doing this live mail call. Hi, Scrapman Dan. The reason why I'm doing this mail call live is because I like to show you guys or you supporters what has came in, and the reason I don't do them all the time is because I have to wait for the big boxes coming in, which takes me about sometimes a month, sometimes a month and a half to fill the box, and then when it's ready to be shipped, I get told it's ready to get shipped. I then pay for the shipping, and then it can take another week, sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes even 3 weeks before it arrives here. So the reason why it's titled Live Mail Call Joe DurBin is because that is where it got sent from, as in from Joe DurBin, because I'm allowed to put things through from other parts of the community and send it to them, and they then forward it on to me, which I pay them the shipping to send it. And the reason why I ship it in the big boxes is because it's cheaper to be done that way instead of being done 2-3 times a week. So that's why it's done like that. I'm just waiting. I know you're there, Dan. I'm just waiting for other people. To drop by. I see that there's two watching, and everybody's darting in and out. I know it's 5 o'clock, and I know it's 5 o'clock in the UK, which means then it is not lunchtime. It is dinner time, and it's dinner time in the UK. And the reason why it says on it as in Coins USA is because it is mainly USA Coins. I am going to put another video out, as in probably during the week. If you look the last video, as in the comments on the last video for the apology, you will see that Cycle Scrapping has seen the video. he decided that he doesn't want another parcel sent at the moment, as in because he has enough coins to do videos for his own channel, and basically he has then donated his stuff that was going to originally get sent to him, and there'll be a video where the package that was going to be sent has been split up. It was going to get split up. Are you asking, am I wanting a Churchill crown coin, or as in you're looking, or are you looking for one? That's what I need to know, Dan. I see you put, as in, have you got one of those Churchill crown coins? So are you asking me, do I own one for you to give it to me, or are you looking for one for yourself? Because I'm slightly confused. I'm slightly confused by the way that's put. But if I knew, I've got a bag full. I could send you a free one and some stickers. Aye, the stickers would be more than grateful, as not even put more than a few stickers in it, and I'll distribute it to other people. Because sometimes what I usually do is, like, say for instance, I'm going to send a package out to somebody. It doesn't need to be that they've actually purchased it or bought it. Sometimes I tend to pick somebody at random or whatever. What I can do is that I can put your sticker inside it as well, so that somebody else gets a sticker from you as well. And do it that way. But there's two ways you can do it. You can either send it over to me, as in straight from you, or you could do it as in you could send it through, as I said, as send it through to Joe DurBin, which makes saying it would be cheaper. It'd be cheaper for you to send it, as in if you're in the USA, if you send it to Joe, then Joe will dump it in the next box, and then when the box is full, I'll then get them to ship it, and then your stuff will be inside it. You can do it that way, so it ends up it's cheaper instead of costing you a fortune, because I know what it's like to send stuff to the United Kingdom, as in, especially if it's not just a couple of items. It might be like, say for instance, you send, like, as in a few bits, and then you take it to the post office and you go, I'm going to send that to such and such. Then they wait and they go, oh, but by the way, it's $15 or $20. If you do it that, as in, because I'll send you the. I've been told it's alright to send the DurBins, but I usually do it through emails. I don't just get it as in when I do a live mail call. I keep that confidential. If you're in the UK, then it's not a problem, because a lot of that stuff is as in from the USA. I wasn't sure. I know, I thought it was a daft time to do it. I thought it might have been a daft time to do this. I've got everybody in Facebook. I've got everybody in Facebook. I get I get daily, as in every now and again. It's like a daily thing. I get a a a ping, and then there's somebody else wanting to be, as in doing another friends request from YouTube, because it's like ones that will say as in their channel name or their real name, and I'll be like, who is that? And it takes me a bit to figure it out. I just wasn't sure where you were, as in I wasn't sure if it was you were UK or where it was USA, because I've got support. I've got I've got some use for the scrap community, as in from the UK, and I've also got my American lot, which is all coin related, because I had Cycle Scrapping send me an email and said, I need your advice. What do you think? Should I make two channels, or should I make, or should I? He's wanted to split it up because he's told me that he's got a love for coins. So it means then he's got a love for coins, but he also does scrapping. But he wasn't sure where to do, like, break it into two channels. And I was like, well, I don't see the point in that. So you're trying to run two channels, try to run two channels at the same time, one doing scrapping and one doing coins. It's easier to just do a playlist. It's easier to do a playlist and just run it with a playlist, as in with different sections in it, different categories. I thought it was going to be a daft time because I was like, this is tea time for us. But then, as in it sort of fourish, as in your time is sort of as in Americans' time for waking up. So I'm trying to get the balance right, and then I've got a couple that as in that work during the week, couple of supporters that work during the week, so I don't want them to sort of miss out. Aye, I will. Hi, Stamos. I've lost my momentum. Do that sometimes because that's what I've done. I've put on it donated from Cycle Scrapping because he's turned and said that's what he wants. That's what he wants doing. There'll actually be two videos coming. There'll actually be two videos coming out. I have fine, Stamos. How are you? There's two videos coming out, but I'm gonna do one first, and then do the next one second, because the second video will be like a voting. It'll be like a voting video. So I'm gonna do one that's like a voting video because I messed up. I sent Cycle Scrapping a package. He then seen the value on the package and decided to round up the price. So the £50 actually belonged for the coins that was originally sent out. And I messed up on the video. And that's why I said the apology, because as I've said before in a video, the second video I ever done on YouTube was I apologise for if I've upset or offended the person, but I wasn't sorry for my views and opinions because I'm entitled to them. So when I done this video, or the video previous, it had the apology in it saying, but in it told what I was actually going to do. So I was like, well, this is going to be done, but I needed the verification from Cycle Scrapping because I was going to send Cycle Scrapping half the money back in coins. And he's like, you've done enough for me. He feels as if I've done enough for him. So he's donated the whole to the channel. So even although that I've made a package up for him, what I've done is I've split the coins into two lots. So that'll be the giveaway. But the second video is a voting video. And the voting video will be as in whether the other £25 should be either in UK. I'm actually going to get away the now as the video itself, and I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to keep it a sort of surprise as in what is coming, so that everybody then sees the video or actually watches the video. Because I had the idea, that's what I'm saying to me, it's like all these ideas that will run into my head, and then all of a sudden it's like a turning a light bulb on, and I'll go, I know what I'm going to do. And the problem is that I've not enough space. I will spin it for you, Dan, but as I said, I've not got enough. I need to make a space for it. I don't want that there because I don't want that catching on that wheel. I don't want that catching on that wheel. I want it to spin nice and no, miles off. Number four. No, because what I'll do is, say for instance you had number 13, right? So if it goes past 10, if it goes past the number 10, it would go in your favour. Because that's what I've thought about. it. I thought, well, if you pick between 1 and 10, somebody picks between 1 and 10, and say for instance there's only 6 of them in the chat, so there's only 6 people. So well, you couldn't, because there's 24 there's 24 on it. There's 24 on it. There's 24 numbers. There's 1 to 24 in that. So what I'm thinking is, well, if because how can you do where they keep picking numbers so it ends up way in the chat, so you end up as in lose the numbers that's been put in it. Hi Andrew, put in there. But if you have people that pick, right, I'm picking number 1, I'm picking 2, I'm picking 3, or say for instance somebody picks 1 and then somebody picks 5 and then somebody picks 7, and then it goes on like that. So say for instance there's only 6 playing, you've got to work out, well, who was it that actually won that? So if somebody picks 20, so if it's in the 20 range, you would then give it to them. That's what I was thinking, because you said number 13, so it was not even near as in that over 10. It was only in the lower numbers. But then I'm like, well, do I do it like a donation spot? So they're like they're paying for the spot. But what I was going to do is that I was going to roll, instead of doing the wheat auction. What I was going to do was, instead of doing the wheat auction, do like the wheaties are what they're going to get, but then they're entitled to a free GAW, which would be enrolled in it, free GAW, plus also a top prize. So that's like a slab, which a slab is a lot dearer, especially if it's like an annex or an NCGA. But there's also other ones that's like, this one says like International Numismatic Bureau. Now, when that's slabbed, that's a lot dearer. That coin's a lot dearer. So that's worth putting as a top prize. That was the whole idea, was to get enough coins for like GWs and also like first places, and then put it in so that everybody enjoyed it. Because I'm like, well, the channel's not just about me. If I didn't have you guys interacting with me, the channel would never work. The channel would never have worked in the first place and got so far as it has. So I'm buying stuff for my own private collection, but I'm not taking everything out of what I'm buying. I'm taking only a select amount, and then going, well, that's going to the channel. And a lot of some of it is overstock, but the whole idea was to get was to get like rolls, but get like all the different years. It's like that, right? And everybody's going, but we start at 1909. Now I know they start at 1909, but this one is dated. Somebody's dated them as in the sealed bars, because they were sealed. I've opened them since I've got them, since I've had them. It starts at 1910s and goes to 1950s, and that was the whole idea of getting rolls, was to try and, because I couldn't get a hold of mixed rolls, I was like, well, I need to buy, as Andrew says, single rolls. But I'm also buying like, some of the wheaties are like as older, so they're not as in BU ones. But the grade, it's all depending on the grade. But there is ones where I bought as in like BU ones. I know, guys, I know I'm going off tangent. I know that, but I'm waiting for a whole load of people coming in. I know there's Scrapman Dan is lurking in the background. Hi Ho's here. Stamos is here. And Andrew Cooper's here. Stamos is like, I'm taking off. Bye guys, work time to make euro. I didn't see the flea market, hi ho. I've looked, and I don't see the flea market on the day. It says 6 days. It says the last one was 6 days ago. Buddy. I looked, because that was what I done first. I looked. I looked at Mama, because I put Mama T's coins in. I don't see her one thing with streaming. It's showing now. It's showing now that she's live. Coin Community Flea Market, 39 watching. She usually does it for 12 to 6. But I got this funny feeling that she just come live because I didn't see it. Then I looked well before I even came live, because that's what I was trying to figure out. Because I knew that a lot of them would be. I knew hi ho that a lot of them would be over there at the flea market because they come in and out. But the thing is, I'm going to end up streaming over as in somebody that's live anyway, as in it's on, because there's not an allocated. This is the problem. There's not an allocated slot, and you're gonna upset somebody along the way. But you can't stop yourself from streaming if you've got your own channel. So you're actually letting your supporters down by deciding, well, I'm not going live this day because such and such, and there's 5 of them on or 6 of them on. I don't know. Something that I heard it ding. See, I don't go on a Tuesday. I don't do a Tuesday. I don't do a Tuesday. I don't do a Tuesday because Lemonhead's on a Tuesday. I don't do Monday because Monday Joe DurBin's on. Then sometimes on the Wednesday's another auction on the Wednesday, and then the Friday there's an auction on the Friday, and then you've got Cheapskate that's on a Monday. Then you've got Shibby Rob. I think Shibby's on a Wednesday. So I tend to, and that's what, and then Andrew's working all week. Andrew's working all week. Andrew Cooper. So if I stream during the week, Andrew might see it as in because when he comes in after work, so it would need to be at least after 6. I think it's just a case of that I just don't want to upset. I just don't want to upset anybody. And there's a lot of people that I do. There's a lot of people that I do support, as in that I've got 1,200 channels that I actually support, because it's like John Ladd's on a Wednesday, and then you've got, I think it's Ali on a Friday. You Scotty Daniels on a Tuesday, and you used to be Braveheart on a Tuesday. You used to take turns. So that's what I'm saying. But then I'm thinking, hold on a minute. If I really want to do videos and do coins on the channel, then I've got to at least. I know, Andrew, but I just don't want anybody to feel left out, because that was the whole idea. Anybody feel left out, and also not anybody to feel sectioned out either, because that was the whole idea behind the channel, was to basically let the coin community grow, as and let them grow with me being part of it, but not feel as if I was like the middleman, that everybody has to come through me to get to Oh, I know, hi ho, I overthink things, but that's me. I tend to overanalyze everything. I, it's like it's like something that starts to feel like a molehill, and I make it into a mountain by the time the mountain by the time it's finished. No, I don't want it. I don't want to upset you either. If it's cracking you up, I don't mean to be like an old woman sometimes. Right, let me crack on with this. Right, so we've got the first one is cheapskate co- is cheapskate coins. I've I've just opened it. I've just opened it and I was like, well, if I open it up, then I can, if I try and open the boxes themselves and crack into them, at least then they're sort of opened, so we can look at what was in what came in it. I know I didn't want it because I didn't want to have to sit here and bust it. I was like, I want to try and cut the time. I want to try and cut the time down on the stuff as it's coming out. I was like, well, how do I do that? And I was like, if I get them ready, as in instead of, because me trying to bust them open, sometimes there's that much tape on them. Right, so we've got, they weren't in like that, but they were all loose. There was a few loose, right? So this is for cheapskate coins. So we've got I think this is gold plate. I think this is gold plated. So we've got a we've got a 19 we've got a 1972. It's not it's not it's not a clad or a proof. It looks more like gold plating. So you've got a 1972 half dollar, right? We've got a what they call, I'm sure they call this an eight dollar, right? 1972. This is also gold. This is also gold plated as well. So you get, that's 1972, which is called an eight. They call it an $8. I don't like the gold. I don't like the gold plating ones. I don't like the gold plating. I think it destroys them. The gold plating on them. That's a one. That's a $1. The $1's upside down. I tried to flip it. I think I think yuck. I'm like, that was just bought in a was bought in a lot or whatever, as in for cheapskate. I don't think I paid as in dear for them, so I'm not really worried. It's these ones here. So we've got a, no, they'll go in the thing with a grab bag, or they'll go into thing with, they'll go into they'll go into a, you want everything. So we've got a 1 cent. It's one of them with that one's got the, it looks like he's sitting on a log. He's sitting on a log. So he is. And That's a 2009 one. And then you've got he's sitting in a log, and this one's a log cabin. Is a log cabin, and that's also dated 2009. So that's one with a log cabin on it. Durabin ounce there. That's a Canadian one. It depends, Dan. It depends what I buy in, because I don't buy them specifically for customers themselves. I tend to buy what I like. And it depends what kind of money, because you start paying sort of upwards. Because this is just sort of the sort of cheaper end. Because I was like, well, I want to keep to the affordable stuff, but as there is times, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know what everybody wants, so I can't just put my finger and say, well, I'm going to buy that, or I'm going to have this, or I'm going to have that, and you buy it for a customer, and then they let you down from time to time. I know you wouldn't, but others sort of, my old man says, don't specifically buy for customers. So I sort of buy what I like. They're a 5 cent, and he's shaking the hand. I sort of say between 42 and 45, 42 and 45, but it depends what I pay for at auction. Usually I put a wee bit extra on it, because I never charge for the shipping. And Andrew buys quite a bit of silver rounds and silver bars from me, and usually what I do with him is I don't charge him for the USA shipping charge as in across the water. I don't usually charge for the charge for postage. I usually incorporate it on. So what I usually do is I figure out what I paid at auction, and then I put my wee bit on it, and then I make sure that everything's covered. But usually it's about, probably the most is about 40. It's around about the 45 mark. I'm one of these people, I like to be fair with people, and if somebody turns around and says, well, I think it's a wee bit too dear, oh, you give me a price, because I love when you go to these card boot sales and you do haggling. Now, I've done card boot sales myself, so I know what goes on, and usually I tend to do that with clients, as in if they feel that it's overpriced or it's not what they would like to spend, I usually turn around and say, well, haggle with me. And then once I step on a price that I feel I'm happy with in my own head, then I'll usually turn around and say, right, that's definitely. The last one I paid 27 for it, so it needs to be the last. See, the price of silver, Dan's went down slightly. So the last one I got a hold of is one that's a palm tree. It's not a silver round, but as in it's not a silver round like that one, as that one's the Liberty. That one's 2015. The last one I paid, I gave what did I give for that? I gave 35 for it. I gave 36 for it. I gave 36 for it. Hold on, Dan, to try and figure this one out. That one with palm trees on it, I need to get at least 30. I need to get at least 35 back, 35 back for it. At least the one for the palm trees. I need to get at least that back for it. Because it depends what I pay. It depends what I pay at auction for it. Because there's sometimes where the thing where you actually pay slightly over the odds, because that's the way I get them. It's through the auction. It's through the YouTube auction. As I don't purchase them through companies. As they end up with companies are like, they want like you pay like £1,000 a stock, £1,000 a stock even before you start. So I don't want to put you off and turn around and say, well, no, I don't want to sell you one. I'd rather you ding me as and either message me on Facebook and turn in and work out, we can work out something. If that's what you're after. Because the only reason at the end of the day, whatever you buy off the channel then goes back into the channel. So basically, as in it creates new content, plus also it helps buy new stock at auction. And I love to see something go into somebody's collection instead of just laying there doing nothing. Because I tend to only want want one of them or whatever so that I can show it. So I can actually show. Because it's like you showing stock that you can actually get for somebody and say, well, I can get this. But then I usually do the same as what I do with Andrew. Like Andrew will buy off a shibby, so I don't go into like the same auction because it means then me and him bidding over something, I'm paying more because I'm bidding over him just to win it. So I'm like, well, if I stay out of that same sale, but then I'll say to Andrew, such and such is thing, we having a sale tonight. Have a look through the list because I get an email with a spreadsheet on it, so it tells me everything that's in that auction or that's gone in that auction and exactly what the starting price it is. So if I get a rough guide of what somebody's willing to spend, it helps me. It helps me to figure it out. Because that's the whole idea, is to get back to you guys. Is there a 5 cent way? That's got a different design on it as well. That's 2005. And that's some kind of forest. It's a forest scene on it. then this one's got, that one's 2004. That's 2004. That's 2004. This one here with the ship on it. And there's one that they're shaking hands. And there's Andrew's right. I can get a hold of some nice ones. Andrew's got some of them in his collection. Because there's been times where I've been like, I don't really need that. I don't really need this one. That one and the thing, I know I paid slightly over the odd, but that was when the price of silver was quite high. It's dropped in the last couple. It's dropped in the last couple of weeks, so it has. Hi Sarah, it's dropped in the last couple of weeks. It's dropped, but it does that. It fluctuates. It'll go down a bit, and then it'll go back up, and then it'll start creeping back up. Because that's what a lot of them do. Is a lot of them stack it, and then when the price goes high, they'll sell it off. But then everybody jumps on it and wanting it. They want it straight away. No, because that palm trees, I can do it a bit less. But I know but it's a square. It's a square bar. It's an actual square bar. It's not round. It's not round like that. It's got palm trees. I can't remember what mint it's got on it. But as soon as I saw it, I thought Andrew. I was like, that's one that he hasn't got. As in straight away. As I was going to say to him about it, but then I was like, well, I'll leave it in out until I get it, because it's no here now. The palm trees one. I just purchased that one during the week. I do that all the time. As soon as an auction comes, I'm in there to tell me as in support that channel. I say hello, and then I see Silver Scorpion, and I see something, and I'm like, I'm only going to buy one item out that sale, and then end up, before I know it, I've got like 12 items I bought, and I'm not one of these people that, as in, I've got money put aside, but I don't like. It's not that I don't want to spend it. I'm like, well, if I keep going into that pot, it'll drain. The pot will drain, and I'm like, I get to the cut off point, and I'm like, no more. And then instead of me going into that channel, I tend to go into somebody else's channel that's nothing to do with auctions, so that I don't buy more. I know, Dan, because a lot of the Americans are coming in, because Silver Scorpion's free. America, somewhere in America. AGP, I think's from the UK. Andrew Cooper's from the UK. You're from the UK. High Horse Silver's from Australia. If you are a mod, put your channels in it and link up with each other. Hi, Ian's changed his name. I never know who Ian's changed his name is, but he's never. I wasn't sure about you, Sarah, because you're a new face. I need to keep that one out because I need to show that in a minute. There's something I need to show in a minute. that one. Right, so we've did this. This is that one. And Andrew's saying about I've got more rolls than Greg's. I've got more rolls than Greg's, and funny enough, in this, whatever the box is, when I was taking it out, funny enough, I bought more rolls again. Well, hopefully I've not got them. So that's to be shown in a minute. And this is, so I've got 2007 D, which is BU, as I'm not going to put my dirty cleggy hands over the top of them. So there's 2007 D, so that's the newer ones. And then you've got, I think that says 19, I'm sure that's 1964. Hopefully it's not 1967. That's, that looks like 4. 1964, that's 1964, that's plain. That's BU as well. BU. I know Scorpion's not feeling too well at the moment, so hopefully it gets better soon. There's 1962, that's BU as well. BU pennies. This is off of Cheapskate Coins. There's 1963D BU as well. Because that's the whole idea of having BUs, to make up small little lots, take a coin out it, and then pass it along the line, but make it into like smaller packages and do it that way. Because this is what it costs so much, because I'll do like between 5 and 10 and $10 a roll, $10 a roll. And it's not a case of as in making money in the channel. It's for other collectors as well. There's 1963 BU as well. Because that's what I'm saying, this is for cheap. That's for Cheapskate Coin. That's the Cheapskate Coins. Because that's another one I go to. That's on a Monday. Sometimes it depends. Usually it's on a Monday, but as in sometimes it gets postponed. But it'll tell you it's postponed to maybe, say for instance, the Tuesday or either a Thursday. Because Cheapskate's got other things going on at the same time, other projects, and that's for Cheapskate. But that's not the finish yet, so we've got 3 mystery bags that I bought off them. So there's 3 mystery bags, and the reason why I kept this one out is because this one is 2005, but on the reverse they call that a Jefferson Buffalo nickel, and full roll, sealed, still in. Sometimes you get in a hold of them like hen's teeth, that says, it's got the mint saying on the certificate, as in that they've came straight for the mint. So what I usually do is, I usually bust that open, and then I start putting them into flips. I don't check for errors and varieties, so there could be errors and varieties in that. I just get a coin out, I check the coin, make sure there's no spot marks on it, no, as in check both front and reverse, make sure there's no spots, no marks on it, goes into a flip. So you might end up getting, like, say, I'll do like 63, 64, 62. So you get about five coins, and I usually do them for about £1. I usually do them for about £1 a whip, because that's what you pay that on eBay. You pay that on eBay. You pay 99 starting price, 99 pence. 99 pence you'll pay, but when you look at your postage is £13. It's £13. It's £13 odd just for postage for one coin. For one coin, I can make these up a package as in with 4 or 5 coins in it for a fiver, as in without you paying the heavy duty and postage. And I'll post it all over the world, as in anywhere in the world. But the thing is, it's the charges, the shipping charges. I'm going to cut the eBay. That was the whole idea when I seen eBay prices. I looked on eBay prices, and this is, I didn't even go on eBay at first. I started buying coins, because Lemonhead turned around and says to me, why don't you get the books? I like, start researching first, do all the research first, do your homework first, and then start buying coins. But I don't do it. I do it arse about elbow, and started buying the coins. So I had product, because my dad says it's like drop shipping. Drop shipping, you cannot see a product. So you're looking at a product on photographs. Photographs can be very deceiving, as in with photographs. But if you've got physical stock, you can show it to somebody and say, look, there it's there. And that was the whole idea when I found out about this, as in the price of the shipping costs. I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to cut all the postage off, or the postage cost, because I don't charge you guys as in shipping for America. I pay for that shipping for America. It's out of my pocket. No, you guys. But the whole idea was to get American coins to entice you lot, as in they were interested in collecting coins of different origin. And that was the whole idea behind it. Exactly, he changed his name. Exactly. It's the postage that kills the deals. And that's what I do. I'm a fair person. I'm a fair guy, as in that's been dealing, as in, but I'm an independent trader. I've always been an independent trader. I do my own thing. I don't bother nobody, and I don't offend anybody. I don't try and upset people. I try and do the best that I can possibly can. If somebody's not happy with the price, I love haggling with people, because I've a price in my mind, and if I get to that price in my mind, or I get to as in where the customer is happy, because I want to see that customer returning, but I'm hoping that customer word of mouth, because word of mouth spreads quite quickly, as in word of mouth. Somebody tells somebody else, and then they tell somebody else. They turn around and say, we'll go to such and such. But they're telling the other person, go to such and such. He's a good person. I like him. I've dealt with him before. I know his reputation. Because that's your reputation. Your reputation means a lot. If you can keep your reputation good with people, you get more than half a chance to get yourself known, as in through the whole wide world. And you're talking, as in the world is quite big. You think about it as in a world ball, you're going, but it's only small. No, it's not. if you think about it, I used to get told the world's your oyster, but I'm not in it to rip people off. I'm one of these ones that I like to be fair with everybody. Plus, another thing that upsets me is when you send goods out to a customer and they go missing. That really upsets me, as in the customer not getting. And then I've got to figure out, well, what do I do in that situation? Do I tell them to go and take a run and jump to themselves? Or if I feel they've been honest with me, I'll tend to figure something out that we're both happy with. I've done it a long time on eBay. I was on eBay before I even came to YouTube. So this is 3 mystery bags. So this is one there's ones in. That one says United States Commemorative Gallery. So obviously they must have. I don't know if the bags came out of there or whether the actual coins that's in them came out of there. But I tend to take the stuff out. That's why I buy, because I think one was $6 and there was another one like $10. But there was quite a bit of coins, and I tend to go in to see what's in them, and then I make up a package. Because I've got ones like 30, but then I'm thinking, is anybody going to pay for that? Because it's 30 a bit asking too much, but you're talking about as in like 25. I've counted it out. There's 25 coins. So there's 25 coins, so it's a pound a coin. It's £25. Then your £5, as in for your £5 on tap, marked on top of that. That's your postage, as in for the UK side yet. But I've got to work out the American as well, because I don't want them feeling that they're all sectioned out, that they are not allowed as in stuff as well. So I sort of trying to try and balance it so that they're all happy. But I can actually take that package and say, right, instead of you saying, well, what, I can afford 30 or I can't afford 30, I'll make up a package depending what you're willing to spend, and do it that way. Right, so these ones are shields. So there's 3 in total shields. I don't even know what I don't even want to take them out. There's 2 shields. There's 2 shield 1 cents in there, and there's also another one that's not. There's one that's, because they're usually with the ones that have got 2 of them got shields. I don't want to take them out because they're loose. And there's a Sacagawea. There's a Sacagawea. Sacagaweas are always coloured this colour. The Sacagaweas. There's the Sacagawea there. So she's carrying a water. Some people say it's a water carrier she's carrying in her back. It's not. It's actually it looks like a baby. She's carrying a baby on her back. So she's got a shawl round her. She's using it as like a carrying pack. So she's got a baby on the back here. Because on the opposite side, there's always the eagle flying high. And that one says it's authenticated for the mint. They're worth a couple of dollars on their own, as the name as well. But a lot of people don't realise that there's more numismatic value in a coin. So even although that coin says it's $1, it's worth more than numismatic value. It's worth more than face value, that coin. And that's what you're paying for, is a numismatic value. Because I think that's for Littletons. I know the packaging, that's for Littletons. Era 2003. That's Denver. It says uncirculated 2003 Denver uncirculated half Kennedy half dollar. Because there's the item number. That's the item number that's on it. 514560. That's their numbers. Aye. We'll fill it. We'll fill it by the time we're finished. That's what I'm saying. Don't go anywhere else. As another, if you go anywhere else, give me a shout and say, look, I managed to get them. At least then I know. Because I've got a box as and down the stairs that's full. I just kept putting them in every time I bought off a Lemonhead. I put it in. And the same with Canadians. I do the same with Canadians. The Canadian ones, plenty of Canadian ones, BUs. The BU ones are a lot more expensive. And then some of the ones were little wheats. He was picking out wheats. Lemonhead was doing a coin chat, and he was picking out ones, and he was like, $10 for this and all that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then I'm thinking, aye, it goes in the grade. Bye, Scatman Dan, thanks for coming. There's Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, he's stinking. Statue of Liberty on it. $1. I've took it what was in that. I've got it in my hand. I'm trying to remember what was in it. That was in it too, so that one was in it. That one wasn't in it. That was in a different one, because I kept that one out. You wee bugger. Stay in there, you wee bugger. Don't come out there. You shouldn't be out. You're told back in. You back in there. Oh, because there's another one of a nickel. It fell on the floor. I knew that was going to happen. As long as I pick it up for the edges, it'll be fine. I didn't see that. I never saw that. Wait until you see this. The next one I'll show you. I've just turned. The packets burst. No wonder. I wondered what was going on. Fell out 3 times. Right, so that's that one back in there. Watch this. So there was 2. There's another half. 2000 CP. I know it fell out twice. It fell out twice, so it did. Hi ho. The last time I got it. No, I want to show you this one, guys. This is beautiful, this. I never even seen it. It's a commemorative. Right, on that side. Watch this. Drummer boy on the back. Look at painted details in that, but that's painted details. That's something else. That's unusual. That's unusual. That's unusual. It looks like a sticker. When you look at it, it looks like a sticker. It's not. It's actually painted. It was in that wee bag. No, because he had cheapskated mystery bags, and I bought them before even they went in the sale. Sometimes he does like a list. You can actually prepay for it, and I saw it. I saw it in a lot. As in, I get the spreadsheet, and I saw it, and I was like, I ordered it straight away. I was like, give me that one's for 6, that one's for 10. There was another one for 12. I was like, right, I want that one, that mystery bag. I want that mystery bag, and I want that one. And there was one that I was after as well. I think it was 20 odd, and I was like, I'll have that one. He's like, that one's gone. He's like, but you can have the three, day 3. He's like, day ones are still available. So I managed to pick them up. I just was lucky. I think probably I'll probably keep that painted one, but I'll probably as in put all the rest of them, because I'll figure out what I don't have, and but I know I've got a whole load of them that I've already done, as in my silver lot, because I bought a whole load of silver a way back, well before this lot. I'm just showing what came in. I'm showing Lewis's first. I've got on with Lewis since the day I bumped into him. I totally bumped into him by accident, as in Cheapskate. That's what I'm saying. It's Cheapskate Coins. I don't withhold the sources that I get stuff from, because it's nice to actually get other people as well. Don't know why that looks as if it's that. Guess what? Gold plated. It says gold plated on that. There a gold plated bison. The little uns. There a gold plated keelboat. That's what I'm saying. I don't like the gold plated ones. I just think they spoil the coin. Some people like them, some people don't. I tend to like the ones, but then the painted ones, if it's not too painted, I like them too. Painted ones, but it can't be over painted. If it's overdone, I just don't like it. I think it's too much. So they're Virgin Islands. They're a Virgin Islands quarter. Virgin Islands quarter dollar in that. That's a Virgin Islands $quarter. They're a Montana. Fuck. They're coming out. Somebody's put them in capsules, but they're throwing out the capsules. You can laugh, Kaiho. I know. It's times that I dead drop. I'm like Lemonhead. Sometimes I drop things packages because I'm holding them the right way. That's Montana. Because I figure out what ones I've not got. The $quarter. I've not got. There's Indiana. There's Indiana. There's an Indiana one. There's Indiana. No, I hold them right. When I take them out, I tend to try and not put fingerprints and all the rest. You see me sometimes putting gloves, surgical gloves on. Sometimes I put them on because I'm not about to touch the coins themselves. Because I know exactly, because I've been taught how to touch them. They're a Virgin Islands. They're a $quarter Virgin Islands as well. I know I'm trying to go through them quickly because I got another three or four things in that box. Or in that box down there. So there's actually two of them, so that one of them can stay and one of them can go. There's two of the same, two Virgin Islands. So there's two Virgin Islands. They're in India. There was an Indiana. They're another. They're a third one, a Virgin Islands one. They're another Virgin Islands. Oh my god, there's bloody four. There's bloody four of them. There's four of them. So that'll get sorted out. They'll get taken out. That's what I'm saying, they'll get taken out. They'll not be mystery bags any longer, but as in coins that are like doublers, they'll get taken out and they'll get put into flips and then basically put back into either stock, as in for either be sold as singly or they'll go into little lots. That's what I do. I put them into little lots, as in it's like when we say a lot over here, we mean as in when we say a lot, it means more than one item. That's what a lot is. So when we say a lot, it means like maybe there's 5 of them in it, or 6, or maybe 10 or 15. That's where you pay the more, or the starting price is slightly higher. But you sort of count it as like, yeah, like maybe say for instance £1 a coin, or maybe say 50 cents a piece, depending what it is. Somebody that likes gold plated, they'll go to somebody. Somebody will like them. I don't like them. I don't like the gold plated. There's something about them. I don't know if it's because I feel as if they spoil the coin or whatever. I don't know. So we've got, this is the last bag of this, and then we're on to the next ones. Hi, Commonwealth, I see you. A great weekend. I seem to do the same thing every week. Every week I do the same thing. Then another gold plated one. That's a 2006 Monticello. I didn't know that it's a Monticello. I used to say they were the White House. It's not, it's a Monticello. As it says, a Monticello. So now I know. That's 2006. That's another one of the mystery bags. I actually like the bag itself, but I'll only keep one of them. And there's a gold plated Ocean View 2005. And there one, it says Peace MDL, whatever that is. Peace Medallion maybe. I don't know. 2004. Gold plated as well. That's they're nickel. They're nickels. To me they're 5 cents, but they're nickels. That's what they call them over there, nickels. And there's George Washington. I full loaded him. Because usually I've seen him in the spouse set. George Washington. I've seen Joe DurBin start them as in at about what $4 for them singly. Because that's why I watch auctions. Because I'm watching auctions to figure out as in the price of certain stuff, to get a valuation in my head. But that's what I'm saying. When I go to auctions, I don't I don't go over the score. I sort of know exactly. Because there's Nebraska as in gold plated as well. I don't know what the gold plated ones go for. I don't even know. It's been the first time I've actually seen the gold plated ones. The Nebraska's as a $1/4. There's one that's fairly bits there. Just an empty. Because I'll probably put them into flips, the ones that are no. Because they're a Susan B. Anthony. 19. They're underrated as well, the Susan B. Anthony's. I'm sure that I've got a set here somewhere and I can't find it. A full set for all the different years of Susan B. Anthony. As no in plastic capsules. As in an actual, it's actually an actual set. It's a set, it's about that long. It's about that long, but about that wide. And there's like two set. There's like a set, as in there's two like that, but they're all different year dates all the way through, as in Susan B. Anthony's. And the only reason I kept them was because I liked them in the set the way they were done, and also it was to show other people them because they're all encapsulated. These ones are fell out, and I'm trying to not put my dirty fingerprints all over them. Is it the gold plated nickel ones you want, or is it the gold plated $1/4? Because that's what I'm saying. These just come in as in mystery bags. But I'm definitely going to keep one of the mystery bags as in an actual empty bag because I like that. I think that is quite cool. That as in where it's actually printed United States Commemorative Gallery on it. Because there's an actual, I've been after one. There's a bag that found that Buried's got, as in he's got it along his table, and they actually come in like a weaving bag, and that's what they come in as in like the 1 cent, and it's a big like bag, but it's loose inside the bag, but it's bigger, a lot bigger than that. But his one says Canadian, but they also did one for the US Mint as well. And I'm like, I really would like one of the bags. They're a California, 1850. The ones are little. There's ones that's actually Littletons. They're probably graded them really high, as in Littletons, because Littleton does that. But that's like item A49. This one says item A49. It says A4987. What I would do, Andrew, do me a favour. What you do is, right, that's gold plated. Right, it's a 5 cents. Right, so it's 2004, and it's Littleton's coin. It's Littleton Coin Company. Look that up for me and see what they've, because there'll be a valuation, there'll be a price valuation that they put in them, because that's what they do. They usually, when they send them out, they usually as in seal them in wee bags, But as I'm saying, the item number, it says item A4987, as in that's in the barcode. That'll give you an indication, because if you give me an actual indication, because I know I'll do a good deal, you know that anyway, as in I'll do a good deal with them. But I just want to know the valuation and what they've put on them, what they've said. George Washington. They're always that colour. They're always like gold. These just, that's what I'm saying, they just come in. That's what I'm saying. The Cheapskate must have just put them into bags. Does he do that from time to time? Sometimes it'll be like a mystery bag. Sometimes it'll be every time they do an auction, it'll be different. It'll be something different in that auction. So there's no like, as in 30 proofs in an auction or 30 clad items. It's all like it's like a bit of mix. It might be a couple of rolls, and then it'll be something else, and then it'll be, as in, it'll go all the way. The Cheapskate's usually on a Monday, because I've just got his list. Usually it comes well before Monday, what's in his. But I've not got anything set up. He has to ship. Lewis usually ships it straight to Joe's, and then Joe then ships it to eventually to me. But as I'm saying, usually I build a box of stuff up. This is stuff that's been, as in for a bit back, it's been bought previous. It's been stashed. In 1979, so that's another Susan B. Anthony's. So there's two Susan B. Anthony's. Oh, you dancer. They're a 25 cents Canadian in Vancouver. That's not gold plated, but there's 2005. There's 2005. Because mystery bags, that's what it's supposed to be. There's supposed to be a mystery in the bag. You have to find it. You have to find the mystery in the bag. Aye, it's fine. Bye. See you later. I don't hold anybody gun to their head. I'm not that type of person. I need to go. Don't hold you. I'm not going to hold you here. I'll be here for a bit longer yet before I finish. Because I bought. The reason why I kept that one out, as in like that, I've not been in that role yet. It's a sealed one, but that's exactly what's in that. It's 2005 Jefferson Buffalo Nickel BUs, and that's an example of what's in that, because that'll eventually get opened, and I'll do the exact same with it. I'll take a couple out, and then I'll end up as in using them up for to get the others. That's what I'm saying. That was the whole idea of buying rolls up. So you either give them away or whatever, or sell them. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not really interested. I'm not really one for errors and varieties. I don't. To me, it's like an error and variety. You go through them to find the dearest coin, to find the dearest one that's in that roll, hoping that there's an error or variety in it to get more than what they paid for the roll itself. I don't bother. I'm like, to me, it's only a couple of pound coins. If somebody gets an error, good luck to them. If somebody gets an error or a variety, it's like Lemonhead says, you find in it, just remember who you got it offer. Do you know what I mean? I'm the same. I pass it to somebody and somebody turns around and says, by the way, I'm not interested. It makes you jealous. It sort of makes you jealous when they turn around. They found an error in it. Don't tell me about it. You found a good deal on it. Good. If you send it to PCGS and PCGS say it's worth $100, good. It's in your collection. Enjoy it in your collection. Not jealous of anybody. Not jealous of anybody. Never was, never will do, never will be jealous of anybody. That's the way I am. Couldn't care less. Oh, that's some of the Littletons, and dang me, I've actually managed to acquire some of the Littletons from Lemonhead, as in when it's been, as in his source, and he's like, Alec, can you do me a favour? I need to, and he's emailed me, and I'm like, I'm right on it. I've been like, I'm in. He's like, it's going to cost you that. Well, I can't give you that, but I can give you, as in I can give you 200 without even going to sale. But I tend to like it in the auction because then I can view it, I can see it, so I know, right, I want that, or I want this, because that's what I do. I handpick all my stuff. I handpick the best. I didn't know if Littletons would still go on the go, but some of the companies that, as in the coin packages, some of them have actually disappeared. The company's just defunct. And I wasn't sure about Littleton, but that's how I said to check. I just wanted to, as Newt, turn around and say, well, they valued it at that. It's valued at that, so I can take it half its value off it. And then I can work out what, because I'll look at, because that's what I like about coin cheapskates. That's invoiced. It's invoiced. Aye, I go by. I put it for slightly less to try and get it up there. I know, hi-ho, I saw that. There's sometimes that he's like, I'm going to my source, short of funds, chance you can help me. I'm like, aye, because half a part of it came to me. You know what I'll do with you? I'm like, I know, it's fine. If somebody turns around and says to me, even if I'm buying for an auction and know I've got the money sitting there, and they turn around and say to me, I need to go to my supplier, but I don't have enough to buy from my supplier, but the supplier just phoned me up, a good deal here, and they turn around and say, well, I need that. Once I trust him, once I build that trust with him, I'll turn around and say, there's 150 or there's £200 and put it in through PayPal system and send them it and say, there, it's there. As long as it's good stuff. It's got to be good stuff. It's got to be good gear. Because that's what I want. Because my old man says, you've got good stock. You get good stock, it sells quick. And you can sell it. Especially if it's good stuff. I've seen my dad buying good quality merchandise and going to a car boot sale, and it's been a good day. He's worked out today and he's went, by the way, and he's looked to the side and went, I think we'll go out today. I know exactly what he's turning and telling me, but as I'm saying, Dad's no part of the operation now because Dad's passed away. So if I've touched him or his hand or whatever before he passed away, it's probably went through me. As in, it's like somebody touching you. It's like an angel touching you and saying, you're taking all my skills. I'm passing them over to you. But you have to actually be holding its hand and it knowing that its time's up. I hate talking about death and I hate thinking about death. It's one of the things that I can't I can't deal with, and that was what Jolly was. My sister was frightened of that. My sister was frightened, but I done well, as I mean it was his funeral and all the rest. But there's times where I remember him, and there's sort of good memories. I know Eddie's fault. Everybody's got a flaw, but you don't go and nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect in this world. We weren't built perfect. Exactly, hi-ho. Before they go to the LCS and then ding me, they buy on behalf of you. But Lemonhead would get a phone call. As it said, you need to watch it, keep a watch out. But there's been times where I've been like, and when you turn around and say to them, well, I don't have the money to pay for whatever, or that's, you end up, you get cut off, so you've got to sort of tread carefully and know. Hi, Lincoln. he's always looking and listening, Lincoln. He's always a bit. No, because this one says it's marked on it Big T coins, but I'm sure I bought a whole load of stuff for Big T, and I don't know if I've got it. I don't know if I've got it all yet. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I'm still waiting for it coming yet. I know Lincoln's sort of taking a back seat, as in these. I don't want to talk about it, but Lincoln's taking a back seat. He's going to sort of. You'll sort of see him. He'll still be on YouTube, but he's sort of taking time. He's taking time away from YouTube. So you might see him every now and again, but it's worth having on you. Andrew, I told you, I was waiting for them, didn't I? I said that. I said to you, as and I was, that's the man. They're here. And they were what I said. Silver dollars. Crap. It was 72 and 74. 72 and 74. But it's definitely, it says silver dollars on them. So that's your 72. That's your 72. That's your 72. And that's what I'm saying. They tell you it's silver because there's the. It looks like a casino chip. It says silver dollar on it. And the other one's 74. I thought it was 71 and 72. I didn't think it was a 74. This one looks like 74. That's a 74. That's a 74. That's a 74. That's what I've been waiting for these. They're already sold. So 72 and 74. I don't see, why is this only got one card but the other one's got two? I don't understand that. Why is there 2 bits of card but there's only one in that? There's only one card in that. Aye, Lincoln, there already, that's what I'm saying. So I've got, because I've got 70, I've got 71 and 72, but that's, I don't think I've got another set, so as in it's up to Andrew where he takes, because I've got 71 and 72, and I've got 72 and 72 and 74, that's what he paid for. It was these 2 in particular, but I don't know if he wants, because I'll try and get hold of another 71 for my own collection. I'm like that. I knew they were sold already. I was just waiting for them coming in. I don't need to get them mixed up. 73, 74. I don't even know if, I think Andrew's still there. That's what I'm saying. I was waiting for these. This is the ones that I was waiting for coming in. But it's up to him if that's what he's, if it's 74 he's after and 72. Well, it's, because that's what I said to him. If they didn't come in, because I wasn't, there was a time where I was let down by the same person well before the cancer auction. I just didn't want to, it was sort of sorted out well before then. So I was taking a chance, them turning up. But that's the 2 of them in. High Inspired. Don't know who Inspired is. Fucked up. I can put them. Shit. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'll just put them in that. I'll put them in a round package. I'll put them back in the thing with that other package and then put, and should have, this bag was for these ones. So that's fine. I'll just put them in that then. That's my 2. That's my 2. No, because this is a certificate of authenticity, and then I've got, this is a full set. And the ones the other, so that's George Washington, Henry. It's so that you're fine, Hi-Ho. You go, if you've got to go, go. So that's another set. That's another set that will stay in my collection. That's another one added. That's what I'm saying. I hate adding to my collection because I'm like, that's money as in it's outstanding a $30 or $40 or whatever I've paid for that, for to own that. I'm like, it's as if I'm being selfish to myself, and I'm like, I grudge giving it to myself, although it's my own channel. Yes, so that's the set that stays out because that's from my own collection. No, because that's what I wanted to do, was open the packages and take whatever out and then go through it with these. because it should be cute. That actually should be. It should have been put as community mail call, because it's something that's from the community. Oh, it's been bought for the community, but it's through Joe DurBin ships it, so that's why it's on the title Joe DurBin. But it doesn't look as if this is Joe DurBin stuff. It looks like other ones for the community. Because there's one with Joe DurBin's address on it, but that's not. And underneath it, there's something underneath that. That looks like George. I think that could be George. It might not be. It says Alex Smith on it, and then it says Canada on it. There's 2 Canadian stamps on it. It's George. That's George. That's found at Burieds. Tape. The amount of tape on things. That's to stop things falling out. It's well secured. I don't want to rip the stamps. I just want to get inside it to see what's in it. For George. No. It says in there, it says Bill, do not cut. It says Bill, do not cut open. It tells you Bill, do not cut open. There's a Canadian 25. A Canadian 25 cent. A Canadian 25 cents. It's got a bird, and then it's got like a sunshine. And then it says do not cut open, Bill. Ah, that's that 20. That's that 20. That's that 20 Canadian. That's the 20 Canadian one. No, I do buy notes, but I don't like to pay over the odds for notes. And it's not a case of, well, it's got to be as in that it's got to have special numbers on it. It doesn't need to have special numbers on it, but it's getting it for different countries, and you go, I really like that, because you see something and you go, the colours or something about the actual note itself, and you go, that's really nice, that. I like that. I'm like that from time to time. I take a notion, I look at something, I go, I really like that. I like the colours of that, or there's something unusual about that, or it looks unusual to me. Because some of them I've never seen before, because I've never been abroad. The only time I've ever been abroad was that one where the Greece one, but I've got plenty, as in the photographs and plenty of videos for it. But I only done a couple of videos on it, and that was it, and left it at that. George, what are you doing to me? Fucking tape, man. No, because there's another one of them. Same one. Not in a package. That's a doubler. So that'll get taken out. That's what I'm saying. Usually the doublers get taken out. Usually get put back into stock. What? Tape, man. Jesus Christ. Tape. I saw it doesn't 40 bits. That's what that's all about. With George with the tape. He stuck it all together. He's taped it and stuck it together. It's taped. He stapled it so that it didn't crash together. He stapled it and then put it together. Because there's a Canadian dollar. I can't even see what year dates on that. It looks like the canoe boat. And he's not put a thing in it this time. There's no a George thing with it. I wanted two stamps. I know people that's into stamps. I don't care if they're used. Somebody will like them. So that's because what I'll usually do is I'll go and put like that. What I'll do is I'll go in and get one of my handbags, and then what I usually do is I tend to put it back in like that, and then what I usually do is try and get a marker, try and find a marker, and then what I'll do is usually write on it saying found it buried or who it's from. So that's found it buried. That's a bowl and that. And then we've got this one. It says Troy Sites. I don't know what that is. Troy Sites. I don't know. Troy Sites. It's definitely a meal. It's definitely a meal package. It's something that, because usually a lot of it's purchased goods. But it's me wanting to try and give them recognition back. That looks like a bundle of thorns. That looks like a mixture of coins. That's a mixture of coins. That's a mixture of coins. And there's ones with holes and all that in them. So that'll be another one to go through at some point. But I won't do it now. I want to try and get through as much as I possibly can. Spray can coins. It's spray can coins. That's where it's from. A bag of holy stuff and foreigns. I've not even had my dinner still lying up there. I'm too busy. That's what I'm saying, when I get too busy into this. And this is the one that I need to ask you a question. I've got 71 and 72, but the two you had, or the two you were supposed to be getting, is 72 and 74. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick as in which ones, because the two that's just come in, as in that's the two we were waiting for coming in, that you purchased, is 72 and 74, and it was the silver dollars. Lincoln says the thing with the 74 is a 40%. It's 74. When I said about 74, Lincoln put in chat 40% silver, but it definitely two of them say silver dollars on them. I wasn't sure if you wanted, because some people go, I want silver, I want these, but it's not the years they're looking for. So I've got, but that's 71 and 72 is my own collection. So if you take one of them out that, I need to end up replace it, because I don't know if I've got another set of them. But I know that's 72. That's what I'm saying. That's the two I was waiting for. I said to you, I wasn't sure, because I had trouble before with the same person. So I didn't want to turn around and see. You definitely got them and they didn't show up. But they did show up. So that's 72 and 74. Right, so if that's what you wanted, then that's what you got. And you got them for thing. What you tell me, you set a budget out and you tell me that's what I'm willing to spend. And that's how you got what a bit better. But that's what I'm saying. As long as you keep me covered, because I get, PayPal takes 3%. PayPal because my account, what happened is when the other person helped me build my account, we changed it from a personal account to a business account. So basically, every time that I get money off of you guys, they take the 3% off you, but I don't charge you the 3%, but 3% comes off of this final price every time. So that's what I said to you, as long as you keep me covered, then I'll make sure that I look after you guys. And because you're a regular client, Andrew, you get a wee bit more privileges because, as I said, you're a regular client. You're buying on quite a regular basis, bits and pieces. This is the one I had to put through. I had to get Cornwall to give me a hand to put it through. This is the one I wanted. The Bison's 10 silver dollar. For spray cans. That's the big bugger. There's one. There's a big bugger there. I know it's hard to see some of them. It's Independence, and he's reading a book. He's the wee boy, and he's reading a book. He's reading a book on the $1. See, some of them come in the wee special boxes, and some of them didn't. Some of them actually came in sets. Because that's 2000. That's 1807 to 2007. This is P on it. That's what I'm saying. Some of the things that go in my collection, I'm like, I grudge buying for myself. I actually grudge buying for myself. It's like that thing when I treated myself and I said, do I actually deserve being treated? Although it's my money. I grudge because I'm like, that's money that's laying. That I could buy 3 or 4 bits for that kind of money. But then they're quite nice. There's a lot of nice stuff. Because the whole idea was to... This is price 4 and that. As it says, price 4. Let's take a search stuff to go through that. I've put yours at the side. I've got it in my chair. I've got it sitting in the chair for you. Because that's the way it came in. But it wasn't in that wee doodah. It wasn't in that wee doodah. That says Alec 26. That's Joe DurBin's, but I'm putting it in what it came in. Because there it says Big T. That's where it came from. When I have problems with somebody, one that's sorted out, I sort of forget about what happened. And I'm like, let's carry on. Hey, another chance. It's like my ex. I gave her umpteen chances like my ex. I give somebody fair chances. And eventually I'm like, no more. That's enough. But when it's other members that's getting hurt as well, I'm like, I don't know. But I was willing to give a chance again. And it's come through. It's paid off. So it has. For that cancer auction plus that as well. As I says to me, you make sure that your stuff goes through as in the spot buying on, and I'll buy for you. I'll keep buying. But I don't buy all the time for certain people because you're trying to watch the funds. You're trying to keep in with the ones that you know that it's different, that are sources that are regular sources. To keep stuff coming in. Because that was the whole idea, was to I don't I don't have it. It's not my phone. It's that one you told me about. It was that. I didn't get the 10-inch, I got the 8 because I wasn't wanting to pay the money for the 10. And then I was like, I want to take that away with me, but I done what he said as in memory card. Memory card, done it. But then I've got all the unlocking stuff, the unlocking software for if there's a fault or whatever for Samsungs. That's why you see me with some of that unlock. That's why I've showed you some of the unlocking gear. There's the only ones I don't touch. The only phones that I don't touch is the Apple. But I'm still learning about that stuff. I'm on forums and all that kind and on groups trying to find out a lot of information for that. Because I wasn't really a software person. I was really mostly repairing, taking a screen off, redoing it, putting it back on, and then if the board was something wrong with the board, I used to just put it to one side. But now I've got all the gear for doing it. Now I want to understand it. I want to learn. But it's all in their language. I'll have a look at it later. I want to get through this stuff. I want to finish this box. One more package to go through. And I'm going through this one now. Oh my god. I saw singles. I saw single coins that's in this. The bag is actually full. It is full. And it feels like 2 rolls. That feels like 2 halves. 2 half rolls. That's not full rolls. Shouldn't be full rolls. You can feel them. No, it's no. Is it? Fuck. Yes. 1910s pennies. And ones that say 1918 on them. I know. I'm still waiting in Conan's, but I know he said that what he wants to do is he wants to send us other stuff in it. So I'm just being patient with it. I know it'll come. I know it'll come here. I'm waiting till I wasn't going to start pressurizing them and I need it. I just left it. I was like, it's in your capable hands. I'll wait until. Where the hell did they come from? There's no name on it. Hold on. Guess what? Andrew, know who? Remember we were talking about that carry on. Guess what? Guess who they're from? And the 2 rolls. That's what I'm owed. I'm owed them 2. I'm on owed day 2. Week back. He said he sent it to things. He said he sent it to Joe because I gave him Joe's address. The handful of BUs. I've got. I think that's 1988. There's 85. That looks like 74. That looks like 74. 87. I don't understand. That's what I don't understand about people. There's certain people that'll be like, they know not to do damage to certain people, and but they'll do it to other ones, and you're like, why? Why? Do you know what I mean? If you owe somebody something and you know you owe them it, why not fix it? Don't cut communication off. I don't get that. Don't cut communication off with somebody or not email them. I don't understand. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. So basically, you're walking away from it. Why? '84, but I tend to know want to. I don't want to get in the middle of it. I'm like, I don't, and I'm like, and I'm looking at the two of them and going, I don't want any part of it. But because you've been on their channel or whatever, as mum used to say to me, you fly with the crows, you get shot with the crows. So you're their company, but it's them that's done the wrong. But because you're towing along with them, you get roped in with it as well. So you're as bad as it. So you're as bad as them, basically. And I'm one of the people. I'm like, I want to sort it out with these two people. But I'm like, I'm looking at them going, well, somebody's going to get shot here, but I'm in the middle here. I want everybody to be happy. I don't want people left out or people that's turned around and says to me, by the way, such and such didn't send me stuff. Or didn't send me this. Or that happened. Because I'm like, I get upset about it. I'm like, I'm upset. I'm like, that's a friend of mine's or it's somebody that I know really well in the community. But I'm not wanting the one that's the shot at the end. Is this 71, 80, that looks like 88, that's 85, 85, 85D, that's 2005, it's 81, because that was supposed to be, I know, but the thing is, even though that it's happened, there might be another way round it. That's what I'm thinking to myself, because he never charged me for them, but he was like, and I agreed 20 with him. But he never took the money, and then there was supposed to be another 5, if something agreed for, as in a coin that was $5 or something, and the agreement was to get 50 pences for the weighing, 50 pence coins. It was when I looked at the packages and I'm like, hold on, and then I seen the name. I don't want to show the name, but then I seen wheat. It's in pen, wheat back. That's how dang me, because I went and stopped and I thought, I was like, hold on a minute here, where the hell did that come from? Because I'm still a load of stuff for Big T, but it might have been split into 2 lots, as in with Joe DurBin when Tati put it in a box. I'm like, it might be split up in 2, and I thought it was his at first, and then when I realised, and I was like, hold on, I don't know where that's from, and then I was like, there's no sticker in it. Where did it come from? As I looked at the package, and it says on the package on the outside it, hold on a minute, that's in the twigs. Because I was owed the 2 rolls anyway. Because I don't mind taking stuff out that and somebody that's owed something, do you know what I mean? And me fixing it, but I'm not I don't see why I should fix it, because it's not my problem. But I just don't like it because it was high game. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't know what had happened. It wasn't until you told me about it, and I was like, I was gutted. I was gutted when you told me. I was gutted. Totally gutted. Because I'm saying, this channel is not about drama and things that's happened to me. I sort of do a vid or whatever. I try and get a resolution at it, and then I've sort of, as Lincoln says, I sort of move on with it. I move on to it, but I don't. That's why I keep saying I forgive, but I don't forget. I'm like an elephant. His mum says I'm like an elephant. This one's definitely for Joe and Diane. That's got all the shit. It's got the invoice. The Washington Quarter tells me even the date of the auction. That one's the 4th. That one's the 14th. That one's the 14th. That one's the 7th. I keep all the invoices because if I go to, say for instance, I go to a car boot and the police turn up, and they go past and they want to do a spot check, I've got invoices to prove where it came from and what I paid for it. So it was bought as in good faith. And I've got the invoices to prove it. Because it says this is not a bill. But it's always, that's why. Every sale I tend to try and make sure I pay it as in within a couple of days, so I know it's paid. It's paid, I don't have to worry about it, it's done and sorted. I don't owe anybody any money. It keeps my face good in the community as well. Nobody can say a bad word against me. That's the way I like it. It keeps my reputation intact. That's it, guys. After this one, that's it finished. It's sort of done. It's done. Your one's still sitting there, Andrew. Let me put that on now, because that's Andrew's there. Hold on. I thought that's right. So 72 and 74, and that's your winnings for the week here as well on that the free game. That's that there. It says Andrew Cooper on it. It says Andrew C ANDC on it. So if I put that in there, then I know that's that. You've only the other 3 bits to get. We need to actually go back to the day when that deal was done for them other 2 bits. I'm not talking about the Buffalo. I know about the Buffalo, but it's the other 2 bits that I can't remember. And I'm like, I know you paid for them. And I'm like, so either they're in my collection, as in if they've came before that, or they're in them 2 boxes that's here. That's that. So that's. I'm trying to find a. If I slip that in there, I know that's them 2 bits. That's that. I'll put that there now. I'll get that when I finish, because once I finish the live stream and end it, I'll put that somewhere safe so I know where that is. I tend to do everything as in that as soon as I do it, because it means then it reminds me that's to be done or this is to be done, and then I put the name on it so I know that's not mine's, it's now theirs. It's in there, it's my, I've got to post it, but it's done. I know exactly where I put my hand on it. No, I'm not talking, guys, because I'm busting packages open to see what's inside them. And that's what will be done with these as well. Like, I'll bust them up. Because people go, why do you bust as in sealed coins? Because that's exactly what I do. I bust them open to get a couple of them. Because that was the whole idea. Because that's Harry S. Truman. That's Harry S. Truman. That's Harry S. Truman. It's on that. So it is. Because as it says, lot 7. That's lot 11. That's lot 11. That's lot 11, this one. There's Franklin D. Roosevelt. Because that's what I'm saying. I only want one coin. So I only want one out of the roll. And then I'll make them into flips. But sometimes they're not sold separately. Sometimes I put it into like a grab bag or whatever, so you get as in a full load. Because that was the whole idea of buying them. Because I found it was cheaper buying them as rolls than what it is buying them as single coins. But it depends if you can get a hold of them at auction, and then it depends how many's in that auction in the day. And you're trying to not let people go over the top of you, but then sometimes you have to let things go because there still has to be a bit of profit in them, even though you're buying them for putting them in your own collection. But you're trying to get them at the right money. You don't want to pay over the odds for stuff. Because that's the whole way a dealer works. As I'm saying, I've been doing this for years. I've been doing it since I was I'd my own tablet macaroon round. I done that. I gave that up, although that it was good. Because I ended up I started when I was 13, and then when I was 15, I was messing about with cars. And then I've done door-to-door sales. I've done a newspaper round. I've done a Avon round as well. I done that. Done an Avon round. I done a Betterware round. An umpteen rounds as in where I've done door-to-door sales. And I loved doing it because I enjoyed the people. You're right, Bigfoot. But I like the thing with DurBins. That's why I don't, because of the DurBins offering to do it. That's why I tend to give them a bit of business as well, so that they don't feel left out. So that basically they're getting a turn at the same time. But I like Joe's auction and I like Diane's auction because I originally met Joe DurBin at Lemonhead Penny's auction. and he kept saying about doing his own auction, and they're still friends. Two-party check. Aye, I totally get that one. No, because these ones are from my own collection. That's the Canadian. That's the Canada. That's the Canada set. I can't remember if I've got one of these already or whether I haven't. This is 1978 Canadian. I don't like Queen Elizabeth. I don't like Queen Elizabeth on it. I don't like Queen Elizabeth on it. But it's the other side I like. That's what I like. That's why I understood where Lemonhead was coming from. There's you've got to sell stuff in volume. So I sort of got it. I got what you meant by it. There's very little money. There's very little money in it. There's a couple of pound in it. Not a lot. You got to sell stuff in volume. You turn it in volume. For it. It gives me something to put. It gives me something to do. It takes my mind off of things, other issues, other family issues, and fucking everyday life. The stress of everyday life. People don't realise that. It's like I can't sort my own problems out, but if it's somebody else's problems, I can sort them out. So somebody come to you and they're a friend to you, or you're a friend to them, and they go, "I need you to hang me. I need to talk to you," and you go, "Oh no again. What have you done?" And then they start as in talking to you, and you're trying to get as if they feel in their shoes. How would you deal with this in your own shoes? But you don't turn around and tell them, well, you have to do that. You're trying to put it, well, this is the way I would play it. But I like I like the stories where you see them in a couple of months and then you say, how did you go on with? And they go, I got it. But how did you fix it? You want to know how they fixed it. Because it might be that you're in the same scenario or slightly same situation, but just slightly different. The last couple I've not even been bothering because Joe's and Diane's usually it's spot bang on. And usually it's just waiting for customs to pass it. Usually it's fine. There's one sitting at the moment on a hat it's O'Hare. It says O'Hare. It's sitting in the O'Hare at the moment. And I know about it because I thought I'm scratching my head and going, this took a long time, that one. I'm not, I wonder where that hell that is. So I put it through USPS system and then tracked it and it's sitting in a hair. But that's another one. That's one after after this one, but that one's still yet to come. But there's three of lemon heads. There's one for a way back, and there's two new ones as well. And I think there's still a couple of bits sitting there too as well. But all the time, I just don't give up. I don't know when to stop. It's the problem. But then when I get so far with money and I see money drain, because every Friday I get a text from my bank account and it tells me how much I've got in it. And I was waiting for money coming in. No, because that's 1964. There's 1964 proof. There's 1964 proof. It says MS65. It's actually stamped MS65. There it's stamped 19. I can't show the back. Somebody's left a label on it, and it actually is getting as in telling. It's telling something on the back. But it's 64. It's a 64 proof. It's a 64 proof MS65. It's like somebody will leave. It's like another dealer and they leave labels on certain things, and I'm like, interesting. But then I'm thinking, why am I wanting to go through and do that? It's their source, or it could be their source. And I'm like, interesting, but I'm like, it's telling its own tale. If you don't have stock house, well, as Dad says, if you have nothing, you can't make nothing out of nothing. But me and Dad has always started from scratch, for nothing, for not a thing. And we built it up. 1937p. But luckily Dad wasn't taking any more money off of me because his illness got that bad. He was vascular dementia. Because when I way back, I was putting money into the business. But he was drinking it faster than that. We could actually make it. And he killed it at the end. But I never sort of let. But it meant then that I knew that the next time when it come around, that eventually I would be able to hide the coin. I would be able to build something for nothing. I had the potential to do it. There's 1920. There's 1925. There's 1925. I was trying to remember how to flip it. There's 1925 there. $1. The coin's like, what's going on here? I don't do auctions. I do show and tell. Because here's the Canadian, that's the Canadian goose. or it could be. Aye, it is a Canadian geese or goose because there's only one of it. Because most of them are silver, the big ones, the commemorative ones. That's 1867 to 1960, 1967. Because usually what happens is there's usually a package, and what happens is they tend to put them into grey packages, but they're all individually done. But there's plenty in it for to go through. And I had them in, I don't even know which ones I went through already and which ones I have now. I had the two of them in my arms. So that's one's open, so that one's I must have went through. And that one I must have went through as well. That one's I went through. So I had the two of them in my arms, because I had the two of them like that underneath I had it underneath my Ulster to hold it, so that I had it there, so I knew exactly what was what. Because the invoices were inside it, telling me. That's that one. Because it's just about, this is near the end. I'm just about nearly finished. Got three more to do, and then that's us. That's us done. That's it, finished. And I think that was Wheats, that one. The cone actually needs a wrench. That's what he needs. He needs a wrench because the cone's quite a good guy. He's a heart of gold on him, as in the cone, and he is quite funny. I wondered about that. That's the one that looks like pick. You're a half ounce of silver. You're a half ounce of silver there. $2. It says half ounce of silver there. It says half ounce on it. It says on it there. Half ounce. Tells you on the front of it. Half ounce. That was on its own. That was on a package its own. Because what sometimes I do when the time it goes back into a package, I tend to put it inside another package so that I can get space in a box. So I know exactly what's in the box. So I know that I've done that box. That box is finished. Because there's two boxes sitting underneath the bed. Or halfway under the bed. But it's all been sorted through. I know what I'm keeping and I know what I'm not keeping. This is just new stock. This is new stock that's come in. This is fresh stock. Because they're a mint proof set. It's a mint proof set for 1992 or 92. If it'll come out, the bag. See, the thing is, I can't do the clone as and make him a moderator because I'm all using StreamYards at the moment. I need to go into the channel itself and do it. I've not got the channel up. So I know we're live. I know that part. No, because there's 92. 92, that says mint proof. That says a mint proof. It's a mint proof set. So it is. That's what it says. It says mint proof. I know I'm showing it for way back, but that's because I'm sitting back in the chair because my back's actually starting to go. Hello, live stream investigator. And how are you today? We're nearly finished anyway, guys. And that stuff, just to let you know that Cycle Scrapping's actually donated what I put a video out, the last video, and the last video was about us and how I'd messed up. Lawrence has come back, which is Cycle Scrapping, has come back and said in a comment that there's no disrespect between me or him, miscommunication, and basically he wants to donate what I was wanting to give back. He's wanting to donate it back to the channel. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a video, and there's going to be two giveaways done. There's going to be one week and one the second week. What I've done is the £25 of coins. They've been split up into two. It's been split up into two. So that'll be a video that's going out as in sort of in the next couple of weeks, and also there'll be another one as in it's which is a vote video, and the vote video is basically will be either as in saying about the other £25 is basically is you have to vote either USA coins or British coins will be the next video. So that's what I'm saying. I've sort of spoiled it already before even the videos have come out. But as I said, that'll be done, and that's because Cycle Scrapping has donated the £50 as in back to the channel. He doesn't want any more coins at the moment. Because what happened is I sent a load of coins to him with a value on it. He thought that I had lost money by sending them it to open the doors of Ireland, which was he wasn't supposed to, but he offered to round it up to the £50. The £50 is staying as in the channel, the £50. But I'm keeping the £50 note itself. So I put £50 back into the channel, and he's then turned around and said, I don't want any more coins. I don't want you to send any more coins. You've done enough for me now. You've done enough for me now. He's donated it back to the channel, as he said he wants done. So I'm gonna put it with as in saying as in donation from Cycle Scrapping, and we're going to put that video is going to go out as in the next 2 videos, because that's what I've done. I've split the coins that I was going to send them as in into 2, and I put it on it saying donated from Cycle Scrapping, and that 2 of them split up so it be 2 giveaways. But I'm not going to do them like as in like first, second prize. They're going to be first prize, as in there's going to be a comment video or whatever, as in a free giveaway for, as in doesn't matter where it is in the world, but there's going to be one week and one the following week, or one week, then the donation thing with the vote video, and then the following week will be another one again. So that's done, because I tend to try and get a video out and then try and move on to the next thing, instead of keep going over and over and over it, keep repeating myself. I wouldn't have said anything, Andrew. I'd have let it as in he said his piece, we've all said our piece, right? Let's move on. It happened 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, as in we forget that. It gets swept under the carpet. Let him move on, as in let him be part of the channel, instead of as in, because the last thing I want to do is I don't want to have to block somebody from the channel, and I also don't want the mods feeling that they have to time somebody out, because it's been disruptive. It's been disruptive as into the actual channel itself for everybody else to enjoy, because it usually is one person spoils it for everybody. You've done your part. Yeah, I agree. I respect you, and you've done the same to me. And you're quite right. You were quite right. I'm just saying, I would have left it and let's see what happens, because that's what I was going to do. You're quite right in warning them, because Jesus were there when it happened. I'm not saying you've done wrong. I'm not saying that. I just wanted. I was forgetting it. He came in there, and I'm nearly at the end anyway. I'm nearly at the end. This is the last one anyway. And it's not because I'm frightened. It's not because I'm frightened him either. I can blow off. And when I blow off, you'll know. But I don't want to go down the roads. I laugh, carry on, have a bit of enjoyment, use lot. Yous enjoy the channel, and everybody's happy. This one's not in a box. This is an Eisenhower. An Eisenhower 1972. It says United States proof dollar. I know, Andrew, I'm coming off anyway, because that's what I'm saying. This is the last. I'm not doing as in boxes and boxes. They're a box and that's it. It's finished. The box. It's time to tidy up and say goodbye. I didn't want. That's what I was trying to do. Cut the time down, because it's becoming as in then like 4. We're then like 4 hours. 4 hours I think is too. I think 4 hours is too long. As I'm saying, you've got your two's in there, buddy. That's your two silver dollars, and your little prize that you won last week, because I've not put SHFTs out yet. I've packaged it up from, but I just haven't sent it out yet. I'm trying to make up enough packages so that I don't have to keep going up the post office all the time, keep going up and down all the time, up and down that road. I'm fed up because I had to walk out of here, go up to the top of the street, as where the traffic light says, and then walk up a massive hill, climb up massive hill. Because by the time I come back down, I'm knackered. I'm knackered out by the time I come back. I'm sitting there sweating. It takes me ages to cool down, as in it being like that, and then I end up, I'm knackered for the rest of the day. I'm done. I just wanted to get that book because that was Joe DurBin's. I was trying to do was, as Hi-Ho sent me the Joe DurBin mint van. I can't seem to get that on the StreamYards because now they're saying, as in that if you want a premiere, you have to pay for it. So I'm using the old basic package, as in, but you can't put thumbnails or whatever to it. And I'm thinking, that's ridiculous, that. Because I want to put the picture on it, as in, and put, as in, so that people could see from Joe DurBin. Because without Joe DurBin's help, this would never be like this. It's their help as well, which makes the channel. Without them, the channel's dead. The channel would be dead. Live streams, right? The channel would be dead without Lemonhead and without the DurBins. The channel would be dead. It would have to do something different. Aye. Because I think your other two is in. There's. I can't remember me sending the 2 bits out, because you bought 2 bits at the same time and there were 2 back to back. There was one at lot such as there was lot I think there was one lot 15, and then there was lot 17, and I was like, them two, ding me Andrew, like them two. And I remember you paying for them because we discussed the price of them, but it was a way back. And I can't remember if I sent you them or not. And I'm like, if I didn't send them, they must have not been here. But either they've got lost in my lot of stuff, or they're in a box. But they were definitely failing. The reason how I know is the 2 of them were bought at Lemonheads. That's how I remember. So it should have been coming for Lemonhead. So you get a buffalo round that you still to get, the silver buffalo round, and I think you've got 2 other bits, but I can't remember what the 2 other bits was. I'm sure they were either a silver round and a silver bar. I'm sure it was, because that's what you usually like, and usually that's what I usually, as soon as I see silver rounds or silver bars, I'm usually on top of it, but I usually pick the nice looking ones. I know there's 2 bits. There should be 3 in total. I'm sure there should be 3 in total. There's a one that is the 2, because you paid me for the 2 items together. It was done together. The money for it was done together. And there was the thing with the silver, the buffalo round. As I'm saying, it's feel. I know exactly where I bought it face on myself. I know. I'm like, that's not for Joe DurBin. That's thing me. It's like the elephant. The elephant came for coin up and went through Joe DurBin. So I knew that was hadn't fell out with me through the pack of there, because of the pack of there. because of the pachyderm. But the pachyderm was bought because I knew you would like the pachyderm because it was silver. I knew it as soon as I seen it. I'm into animals and all that, Karen, but I knew that I would only love it for so long. My dad was like that. He loved something for so long and he'd be like, I'm selling that. It's went. It's gone. It's gone. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've had it in my hand. I know I've had it. I pictured it in my head. But the thing is, when you can't show somebody as in stock or show it to hand and say, there it's there. But the thing is, if you keep it, that's dead stock. It's dead stock because it's dead money. It's dead money because it's invested in that item. And some things I'm like, I know I'm not going to keep. Some like, I only wanting so much in the cupboard. Because Mum's like, you're only getting that part of the cupboard, which is the bottom half, and that shelf. You're not taking the full cupboard. So I'm trying to keep her sweet and trying to download stock as well. But because it's not shifting, the Americans are like, well, it's too dear for you to ship it back over to us. So like, well, and they can get it over there. Some like, well, the only other option is to do UK, but I don't want them to be involved with TGBCH, and I don't want to have to go through them either. Some like, well, although that door's shut on us, we can still move that door. We can still budge that door because you're British, Cornwall's British, and so is Dean. My Family Collects is coming back. My Family Collects was supposed to do a video on Saturday, and Cornwall was supposed to go in and do it well. And I think it was 11 o'clock during the day. So Dean has been about. Dean turned up. He was on one of the lives, on the live panel with us. So there's only 4 days, but we need to open the door further. We've only just sort of breached it open, and it's a jar that much. It's only a jar that much. We need to open it further up. But the only way to open it further up is to either do GWs or whatever to entice them in, for them to realise, hold on, this is a thing. It's not going away. It's not going away. It's not going to go away. It's not going away. But the thing is, you don't want to sort of, if he feels threatened, he's going to end up then attacking us. So the best thing is to not attack him and not make him feel threatened. So that's why I don't talk about it. I don't get the attention. Because the minute you're getting the attention by speaking about that channel, so they're all interested, who is this person? But we don't want that, because we know about the said person. So we're trying to do an opposite road. Without having to go through it. To attempt it. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm focusing on, as Lincoln says, I'm focusing on the coins and the notes. Because that's what Lincoln said. It turned into a soap opera. So it did. We keep, as in him throwing things back, me then responding to it. It was Lincoln that helped sort of clear my head. It cleared my head. It gave me that bit of thinking space. What am I doing here? I'm playing into this. No, don't, Alec. Don't turn that into a positive. For a negative into a positive. That's what I do. I don't bash channels, never have done. I think about all the positive stuff that I see a channel doing, and that's how I'll say to somebody, keep the videos out. It's like a thumbs up. It's like a pat in the back for Alexander Smith. Keep the videos coming. Keep doing the live streams. You're doing it. You're doing exactly what I'm doing. You're doing the right thing. But you have to do it. I can't do it. I can't do it for you. I can't do it for you. All I can do is shout out your channel. Because I like you as a person. That's what we're doing. We're growing the family. We're growing the family. And growing it in the right way, in the right direction. The minute we start putting negative stuff out there, it sort of rips the family apart. You see it, you see it happening. You see it very slowly happening. As in it's like putting ripping the family apart. It's like sticking a knife in and fucking dagger. You keep going at it. Well, that's what you do to the family, the coin community. You break them up and end up splitting them up. They have to then make a choice between people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let them be friends with who they want to be friends with. Because the lot of them, it's overwhelming for me to even be part of them, to be even part of them, to feel as if I belong there, that I fit in for once. And I feel as if I do fit there. I sometimes don't believe in my own self, and that's when sometimes I'm like, I end up start the depression, but it's my fault. I cause it myself, feeling unloved and unwanted or unneeded, and then I go hiding. But it's not because I owe people money or because I've done something to somebody and upset somebody. I've upset myself. So I go and hide. I go and watch your videos and all the rest, and you see me commenting to my comments get highlighted in certain places. I get love hearts and all that carry on. And I get people that actually speak back to me. I've had bigger channels that actually speak to me in comments and write comments back. People say, oh, but the bigger channels they do if you put positive stuff to them, as in watch their videos. But it's not all the big channels, not every channel will do it. You just got to keep going at it. Don't give up. It's like you going and finding a woman and you get a rejection, as in with 5 or 6 of them. Never give up, because there's somebody out there. There's people out there that are good people, they've got this thing, but we've all got our own, on YouTube, we've all got our own goals, and we know exactly what we want to achieve out of the goals. But I never built the channel for, as in the fame or the money part of it. I built it up because I wanted to be part of something, or feel as if I was part of something. And when I fell into the USA family, I sort of felt this overwhelming feeling, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% about it. Now I am. I belong there. That's where I was meant to be put. I was placed in between them for a reason. But it's not the fact to the money side yet. I do it because I feel as if I'm helping others by buying products for them. And I've done it half my life. Done it with phones. I could go back tomorrow and do the phones. That's how I've got stuff laying there, red, as in it needs doing, but that's not a customer's phone. That's a rebuild. That's an actual rebuild. That's a rebuild at some point. I bought that phone off of eBay. It came in, I thought it was just the battery, it was at fault. Put a different battery in it and it wouldn't light up. And I've got this funny feeling that it's a good screen that's on it. So I needed a screen for that board. So that'll be a rebuild, because I had to steal the sticker off it, because the IMEI is the IMEI for that, which is that board. But it's a slightly different model, but that display fits it. So that's a rebuild at some point, but I'm doing one project at a time. I'm building the YouTube channel with the coins, and I'm going to, because that's what Cycle Scrapping asked me, what was my opinion, what was my advice on an email. Should I do scrapping videos or should I do coin videos? I'm actually I love coins more than I do scrapping. I'm like, and he's like, well, should I build another channel? I was like, well, if you can cope with another channel, then that's up to you. I can't force your hand and say, this is what you'll do. I can only advise them and say, well, if I was in that same predicament, this is what and I wrote a big email. I wrote an explicit email like that, long, about exactly what I would do, because it was Hi-Ho that told me, you've not got a playlist. Hi-Ho does a lot of work behind the scenes. He helps me because he's a friend, and I support him and he supports me. And he'll say things as in tell me different approaches, and I'll go, aye, I can see your point. Aye, you're right. Aye. But I keep you as a friend because you become a client and then became a friend. But I've got to sort of balance it out. Well, how far does a friend go? And when you have a client, you try and keep it business. And with a friend, you try and keep it as a friend. It's like two of them don't go together, but you have to have that to understand the balance. And that's where I find it difficult because of having the borderline autism spectrum disorder. But I don't hide behind that. I don't make it like that's an excuse or that's a way out. I don't make that and that's a problem. I've had to deal with that all my life since I was born, and right through primary up and through secondary, having teachers is attention seeking and all that carry on. I was going to do it just recently, as in there was a big one at Cincinnati went to, all that carry on. But with that lockdown and all the rest and the bits and pieces, and I thought, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it at the moment? And then you have to have money and then the hotel bills and that. Because I'm no one for... See, hotels, I don't really do hotels. If I'm in a strange place, I'm always watching my back. I'm like, I don't sleep. I start being cagey. And then if I move out a room or whatever and go for tea or something like that, and a takeaway or somewhere, I'm watching my back all the time, every direction I'm going in. I like company round about me. I like to go into people's houses, as in them saying, well, you can stay at mine's, but I always pay my way. If you pick me up, I pay for petrol. If you feed me, I pay for the food. So it doesn't feel as if I'm taking advantage of you. You've gave me a place to put my head for the night, for me to move on to the next person the next day. My dad used to say about it's being streetwise, but it's the keep like that, the watching like that, or your shooter all the time. And sometimes I get a bit fed up with doing it. And it's like, I'm like, if somebody comes there too far and I don't feel comfortable, I'm like, I'll move quick. But I've got to feel comfortable with certain people. And I feel comfortable around you. I feel comfortable with Hi-Ho, and I feel comfortable with the American family as well. But it's me having to give them the trust. You have to give them the trust. You have to open up, as in to give them the trust. Because if you don't trust them, it's like a guard that you've got up. They'll never feel as if they're trusted. You're giving them that trust. You feel as if they're untrusted. You can't do that with them if you're buying on a regular basis for them. That's why I trust Lemonhead. But it's how far do you trust that person? and I don't. There's things that I don't say. Because somebody says smile a bit more. I tend to put a serious face on, but then when I'm sitting rolling, because Mum was like, I can hear you. She's like, that laugh. Fucking what about the laugh? I'm pissing myself laughing with some of the things because I watch a lot of them Dharma videos, how he makes changes. He sees on the videos he's changing people's lives or changing lives by doing the videos, but there's a story in them. That's how sometimes I put certain things on my timeline on it. People must think I'm fucking nuts. Put things on my timeline. You're right. I've got my role. You're right. I think that's funny about the Greg's thing. You said it, because I never even gave it a thought. It wasn't until you said it, and I was like, "That's fun. That is funny. That is funny." Aye, more rules than Greg's. You're right. Aye, but there's still key. There's still key date. There's still key dates, but we're shorter, and there's also still there's key dates, and there's something else that we've still got a hold of yet. There's ones that are slightly more money, and there's also ones that's out there that we haven't even entered yet, and we're still needing them. Because it's like somebody said, if you get a 1909S VDB, and then Lincoln says there's four variations. There's four variations here as well. Hi-Ho's built, no Hi-Ho, Lincoln Central has built four books a week since, as in it's took him 50 years to do that. We call him, Lincoln saves all the Ikes. Lincoln was in here, Lincoln Central Coins. Ask Lincoln, he'll tell you about the 1909, he'll tell you about the 1909S and how many variations there is. He told it in one of the live streams, he was talking about it. And I was saying to him about, because George is trying to get the money up for a 1909S, and I think there's a 1914 as well he's looking for, as in George. But he's looking for a really nice one to put in his book. I tend to take it in, when I find them in rolls like that. I've got another set of them sealed in a box for Lemonhead. As I said, I paid less than 50 for the first ones, and the next ones I paid 50 odd for them just to own them. But it's for 1910. That's wheat is for 1910 to 1950. But it started for 1905, 1909 to 1950. I think it was 58 was the last of them. 58 of the wheats. But usually you'll find them more as sort of brownish colour. There's like the chalk dead, it looks like black, but it's not. It's dark, like a dark chocolate, as in that's when they really turn. But there's a lot of toning that goes on in the wheats, and some people are like, it's beautiful that. There's some people that will throw it to one side, oh that's horrible. And there's ones that will turn red, it turns like a red, but it's not like it's like a chalk red. It turns like a chalk red. It's like a brick. It looks like a brick colour. Sometimes it turns that way because it depends what metal it's mixed with. Wheats are a funny thing, so they are. But it was Lemonhead Penny that got me into them, because at one stage I was like, well, they look very much like your. Hold on. They look very, very much like your blooming 2 pences and 1 pences, and I goes, I don't really like them. I was like, I like them, but I'm like them better. But I started with Canadian. I started with Lemonhead. I started with Canadian nickels. That's what I first started, and it was Lemonhead. It was like, you don't know the true value of these are. It's like and it was him that sort of made me come round. He never forced me into it. It was like he made me come round, and I was like, I'm interested. See the ones. If I don't have them, ask Hooper, because ask Hooper, ask Melissa Hoovey, ask Hoovey, because there's some 1930s that blank me over there. Hoovey's took ones that hang me to send back to me, but she's got ones that blank me, but I told her to give them away. Ask Melissa in case there might be the ones earlier. I don't know about the 14, but the 22 and the 24, because I know they were 30, they were 1930, they were 30s, they were thingy to 30s, because as soon when they come up in Mama Lou's, because they went in Mama Lou's, because Lemonhead was short of funds, and he sent them out to Mama Lou, and there was a big benefit auction, and as soon as they mentioned Lemonhead, the blank Lemonhead penny, I was in there, like shot of a gun. So there's stuff flying out there. But as I said to Melissa, I don't really need them, because I've got another, that's what I'm saying, they've all been sorted out, because they were originally sealed. The other ones are sealed and need opening to see what's in them. I can't mind what's in the ones. I went through them, but I can't just do it in a live stream straight away like that. It's like when somebody says something and they go, I need 14, I need this, I need that. It's too quick for me. I need to sit down and work out, right, which ones that I have, which ones I don't have, because I build up my own stack, and then I put it away. But I don't need anything that's got error and variety on it. I stick away as in like PDS 14, 15, 16. As that's what I say to you, I want them the whole way through, the whole years, so I can put a book together. So if somebody comes to me and I say, I can get them, and know exactly, but I need to know what they want, what they're willing to pay, and how much they want to spend. That's what Lemonhead will tell you when you go on his. If you say to him a certain coin, he wants to know what's your budget, because over there it goes in grades. It goes in the grade system, and the higher you got in the grading, the better the better the coin becomes. I want to be able to, so we can able to give them to other people. Either they pay for them, or we send them as GWs. That was the whole idea behind it. Not to feel that they have to always pay money to get everything. Give them a bit of, they have to pay for it, and then they don't have to pay for it. Give them a bit as, and so that they know where the leeway is, because if you give them it, it's a case of GWs, and they know your channel's GWs, they're going to come in for free handouts. So you're going to have to keep going into your pocket and literally keep taking money out your pocket all the time. You can't, there's got to be a cut-off point. There's got to be a cut-off point. But you got to let them know this is what's going to happen. This is the way it's going to be. This is the way it's going to work. I know I'm waiting for, so I'm saying I'm waiting for stuff coming for, because I bought at a last auction, because I've got two tablets coming from him, because he threw the other one in, because I bought the other one. But he goes, I need a bit more money for that. I was like, fine, okay, give you it, no problem. 2 tablets, and 6 phones as well, and a whole load of coins, a whole load of stuff. It was like $260 or something for the whole lot that I spent. That's what I'm saying. I get in there and I go, I'm just going to go in for a cut of it. So I'm like, that's £5. It's all right. It's only a fiver. There's another one. That's 10. That's 15. See, by the time you go and add it up, you're like, you actually are like, oh no, what's the bill going to be then? What's the invoice going to be like? You're actually frightened to actually see it, and then you go, well, I can't put it back. I can't tell them to put it back. But if you've got the money sitting there lying, why not use it? That's what I did. That's what I've done. And I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on my review coming back, but they're still paying me up to date. Because I said to Lemonhead that I was like, try to explain to him, I was waiting for money coming in, but money's come in, but I still owe money out for shipping. I've still got some stuff over there that I need to pick up. And I was like, but I was shocked because I was like, well, I can't buy from you and still pay the shipping. I either pay the shipping but no buy fee. And I was like, but I want to be able to buy fee because that's what I'm saying. The good stuff comes up when you no got, as my dad used to say, good stuff comes up when you no got the money and you wish you had it. You wish you had it there because you're like, that's good stock. I could make money out of that, or it's worth buying it. It's worth buying it and keeping a hold of it for a bit. I never done my chicken thing, mate. I had my chicken korma tonight, and it's cold, and it's basically like, as in the rice is all sticking together. Because Mum brought it in. I never got it finished because I was too busy. That's what I'm saying. I was more busy on, as in sorting down the live stream. I just flicked that rice all over the place. No, because I was going to come on at 4, and then I was messing about with trying to get that picture on, or that, the front part of it, for the thumbnail, and tried, and it become later, and I was like, I need to go live. I need to do this. I need to get this done. And then once I started it, I was like, well, I'm not having my dinner now. I'll have it when I finish. Even though it's cold, and probably I like curry when it's cold. There's something about it, as my man used to say. Dad used to make a beautiful curry, but see, eating it that day, it didn't taste as good. See, when it was lying a day, as in when it would thicken up, it tastes better the following day. So he'd put all sorts in it. Dad would put like a meat or something like that in it, cut it up, then put onions in it, put peppers in it, then sometimes you make his own sauce up. But he always done a good one. But curries would Mum wanted to watch with he'd an ulcer in his stomach. And my stomach's not as good as what it used to be either. I think that's because when I was in the garage, I didn't wear a mask when they were spray painting. And I think a lot of the fumes in the isocyanides went in my body. And I think that's a lot of where it's messed it up as well. Because the doctors turn around and says to me, and there's times where I forget to take the aspirin in the morning and the arvastatin at night time, but they've told me I'm supposed to be on it because the arvastatin's for my cholesterol level and the aspirin's to make my blood thin because my blood is actually going too thick and it can't get through the passages. So the body's only basically half functioning. That's why I say I thank my lucky stars that I wake up in the morning. If I go to sleep, some nights I don't go to sleep and I'm frightened to actually go to sleep. And there's times where I fall asleep and all of a sudden it's like somebody going like that, coming like that, going boo, like that. And I jump out my skin and I'm like, fucking awake now. and then try to get back off again. So I'm like, well, if I'm up, man, if I'm up, I might as well just stay up with all them, because they're on maybe, I've seen me been on with them to 7 in the morning, and I'm like, and by that time I'm like, I'm on a panel or whatever, and I don't want to be ignorant with them and say, look, I need to go, and all of a sudden I'm like, my eyes are rolling, and I'm like, I'm going to fall asleep. And I literally can hear myself saying, I'm going to fall asleep, and I'll in the private chat I'll go, I need to go, I need to go and lay down. That's me knackered. But then if as long as I got a couple of hours, I'm back up. But see the weekends, I'm zonked. The time weekend comes, I'm knackered. I'm like, I'm out of the count. That's how sometimes you see me, I've missed one stream, as in Lighty Collects, because I'm knackered. The body's telling me it's physically drained. It needs its rest. And I've woke up and I went, what time was it? Looked at time and went, fuck, I miss Warren's. Because I like Warren's stream. I like the people that got it as well. Like Build a Till. Because some of them did. Some of them did originate for you know where. They did originate for there. But some of them decided that they took enough. They took enough was shite. And some of them realised, but some of them no. Some of them still goes there, but as I said, it's not in our business. We can only advise them. We can't force them to no go there. What he does is up to him. If he wants to fuck it up, let him go ahead. Let him carry on. Let him carry on. Do you know what I mean? We're doing our own thing, buddy. It's the best way to be. Do your own thing. Carry on with it. Because if you're gonna fuck it up, then fuck it up. Because it's you that ends up. If it's your channel, you deal with the consequences. If you mess it up, and you see members dropping off, you're obviously doing something wrong, or you've upset people that you shouldn't have upset in the first place. But that's when I seen my channel grow. But I didn't grow it because I wanted to be better than everybody else. I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, I could make something successful. Was it possible to make it successful? And I've always entertained. I used to do it at school. I could actually do the Michael Jackson, the moonwalk, and all that, Karen. And I'll tell you a story. It's a true story. In the foyer one day in the high school, they were actually throwing 2 pences at me. They were pulling us out, pulling us out. I can't remember, my ma, somebody had to pull me out. And they were literally throwing 2 pences at me. That's when I knew that I was a born entertainer. I'm a born entertainer. But the thing is, I've got to be on top form. I got to be on top form. If my head's all over the place, I'm no good. But if I'm in the right frame of mind or in the right frame of mood, I know I can do it. And it's as if it's like ducktail. It's like water to a duck's back. Basically, it's like what? It's like a duck that goes into water. It knows it can float. It knows what it can do, and it knows what it's doing. It's the same as me. I know when I'm doing it right, but sometimes. But this YouTube thing, it's a hit and miss. It's a hit and miss with YouTube. Some days you get it right, some days you don't. And then you think, what did I do differently last week than I did this week? Because if you look at your analytics tells you a lot. Your analytics. If you see your views going up, start asking yourself the question, why is it going up for? Is there something that I've done differently to I did last week? Is there something that I said last week that I should have said different this week? I'm one of these people that I question myself a hell of a lot all the time to get answers. And sometimes I don't always have the answers. I've had people turn around and I'm no one for fighting with people. I tend to want to know, why did you say that? What did you mean by it? What did you mean by that? And why did you mean it? And it's not because I want to fight with them. It's I want to understand. I want to understand why they said it and what way it was supposed to be taken, so that I understand it more clearly, so I can figure out how do I make this. Because I want to make it fun for everybody. I want to make it enjoyable without me feeling as if I'm having a rant, or there's days where I'm as in being as scrap dances like a woman, as in like a crabby old woman. Like that Mrs. Because I think it's funny with Mrs. Brown's boys, but if you think about if you think about a nagging woman, nah. Aye, right, okay. You're gonna get fed up, you're gonna get sick. Some people will switch off and go, I don't even want to view that channel anymore. It's not as good as what it used to be. But they can't tell you why they feel that way. And they won't tell you it straight. I would rather somebody be straight with me and say, I don't like this, and be able to explain why they don't like that, so that then I can, because I can't put some. How can I put something right if I don't know what way I'm going? If I don't know what way I'm going, so I've tried something. It didn't work that way, but nobody's telling me it didn't work that way, and they're sitting there pissing themselves laughing. So they're no laughing with me. They're laughing at me, and you're thinking to yourself, well, are they hoping I fail at this, or are they hoping that I do well with it? But if you've got people behind you and they can be constructive and say in a comment and they go, I didn't like that part. Well, tell me why you didn't like that part, because then I can fix it. I can work out, well, maybe I can do it differently. What? Because there's nights where I do sit and toy with things and I go, and all of a sudden there's like times where I'll be lying in bed, I'll be like that, and my brain never stops, and then I'm like, and all of a sudden this idea pop, bang, I've got it, and I'm like, I need to do this. I either do it instantaneously, as in a spontaneous, I do it, and I know exactly what I'm doing on that video, or I tend to write little notes. I don't like write a full script. I write little notes. I scribble it down, this idea, so I don't forget the idea of what it was, because it's still in my head and it's still up there. But sometimes I'll come up with this idea and I'll go, will it work? Will it not work? And sometimes I need that second opinion, or somebody I can go to that I know that's not going to copycat or steal it straight away, and for me to bounce the idea off them and say, do you think this sounds good? Do you think that it could possibly work? Because I'm like, well, I don't want to actually put it on and make a total arse of myself. It's like that one, that live stream investigator. Now he probably seen the video that says I need to apologise. So he's thinking to himself, he's made this apology, and I told him that he would have to make an apology. He wants to, ha ha ha, I told you so, ha ha ha, I told you so. But he doesn't realise that he needs to watch that whole video, the whole way through that video, to understand it, to understand why I made that apology. Because that apology was between me and Scrap and Irish. because things get misconstrued in an email and he took it the wrong way. So it's me apologising to Cycle Scrapping, and Cycle Scrapping's like, it's fine, it's cool. He's writing me messages like and putting subject, am I not your friend? So he's thinking negatively, exactly what I thought when I first started YouTube, as I was so negative about things. But I laugh and have a carry on, and I laugh at things that I'll turn around and make rhymes up. Stinking Lincoln. There was one like the Finnick. He says Finnick, or it sounds like Finnick, a Finnick coin over there, and I goes, ha ha ha, penguin, right? So I made a joke here, but he's not took it as a joke. He's took it serious. I didn't say that, and then all of a sudden he's getting videos or he's having problems at the moment, and the videos it's disappearing, it's deleting itself. He's not deleting them personally. It's his computer or whatever. It's doing it itself. It's deleting videos. And I was like to him the day, I was like, I seen that video, but you had it on, and I'm like, you've reloaded that video. Why? There was nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong with it. And then he's come back, turned and says, there's something's happening. But I'm one of these people that I don't bring into people. I don't take over. I tend to try and help them, but I don't want to feel as if I'm taking over, or they feel like I'm taking over, or taking the reins. I want to be able to tell me to say to them, look, this is what it needs, or that's where you're going wrong, or that's where I think the problem may be, that may solve it. But it's his channel, it's not my channel. That's his channel. We've all got our own channel, so we'll do it differently. Because I use between the Samsung. That's how sometimes you've seen the videos, or there's a video and it's that size. Because I'm using the Samsung, but instead of me using it as in for portrait, there's portrait and landscape. Landscape is that way, which explodes it that way, and there's portrait that spreads it that way. So it'll only be, you'll only see part of the video like that. But when you use an actual Chromebook, it pulls it out to that, but that, so you can see it, because the screen's bigger. But he's saying that there's videos it's getting deleted, but he doesn't know how it's doing it and why it's doing it, and he's still trying to figure it out. But that's what it's called, a learning curve. It's a learning curve as you're going on with YouTube. You're adapting and developing as you're going through it, because it's something you've never tampered with before, and you're still learning as you're going. Because my old man used to say, you never stop learning. He used to say, you never stop learning to the day you die. And he was right. He's right when he said, you never stop learning to the day you die, till you're put in that box. But never think about a death as a death. It's basically the spirit or the angel going to the sky. It's going to where it's supposed to be. And the spirit or the angel looks over the living. When they say about a guardian angel is a protector. It won't do you any harm. It'll help you. It'll guide you. It will guide you. But only if you let it guide you. Right, guys, I think it's time anyway. It's time to give it a bye. It's time to give it a rest. And I think it's time to... I packed it up. That one's from my own collection. That's the one that So you saw the ones that are that's the same. Look, 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 look. That's the presidents or all the important people from way back. And there's a full set. There's a full set. There's a full set. Look, there's a full set. That's a full set. So I don't need any more singles of them. I think I got that off a big. I think I bought that off a big T. Because I'm sure that's where, because your ones were in with that. With that ones, that's mine. That was in my collection, that one. Because I don't think I have that one. That'll go in a hidey. That'll go in a hidey hole. I'll get a hidey hole. And all the rest of the stuff. That's what I'm saying. That box is finished, so that's the live. This is a live stream for it, and it won't get deleted. It won't get deleted. So any mistakes or anything in it, any mistakes that's in the live stream, it doesn't get edited. It doesn't get edited. It gets left away. Because when you finish a broadcast, you have to actually delete it off of StreamYards, so that it eventually deletes itself off of YouTube. But if you leave it as and you just end the broadcast, and it then moves itself onto YouTube and stays there. So as I said, goodbye. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time. Thanks.